Hey buddies, I believe all of you are doing great and staying safe. So in this video, you will learn how to prove Pythagoras theorem using the concept of similarity. Okay. So I believe all of you must be knowing that what is similarity. Let me just brief that thing, very small thing. Similarity clearly means that two figures that have same shape, okay, but not necessarily same size. Okay, like if you have two circles, the first circle has a radius of 2 centimeter, the second circle has a radius of 3 centimeter. They have the same shape, they are circles, but they have different size, so they are similar. Let me just show a few pictures so that it will be very clear for you to understand. You can see this picture, these are the solids actually. You can see this is sphere, two different spheres, same shape but different size. Similarly cylinders, and this you can see this has total of 6 sides, right? So this is a hexagon, right? Essentially a polygon. So these all are examples of similarity. Now if I just talk in concept of triangle, that what are the concept in terms of triangle. So let me just show the definition part. If I talk in terms of triangle, the concept of similarity, that clearly means that two triangles are said to be similar if they have their corresponding angles equal. As in, let me just show you. Suppose this is the first triangle, okay, and let's say this is another triangle. Actually, one more thing, suppose in two triangles, okay, this is suppose the first triangle and this is the another triangle, right? If the two angles are equal in this two triangle, like two angle of first triangle is equals to the two angle of the another triangle, then third angle will automatically be equal, right? Suppose if I say angle A is equivalent to angle F, let's assume if I just write angle A is equivalent to angle F, right? We are discussing a very small concept of similarity in here, right? And then we will quickly jump to the Pythagoras part after this in just 30-40 seconds. Angle B is equivalent to angle D. Let's assume angle B is equals to angle D, because this is very important for you to understand the similarity part, because in here order matters. If you just write the correct order, then all the similarity concept and when all the similarity problems are done, okay, angle C is equivalent to angle E. So if this holds, then you can say that suppose if I write triangle CAB, so triangle CAB is similar to, in front of C you will be writing E because C is equivalent to E. Now A is equivalent to F, so in front of A you will be writing F. B is equivalent to D, so in front of B you will be writing D. So this is the order which I am talking about. So this is the order and this is the similarity. Once you are done with this part, you can say that take the first two, like CA. If you take the first two, in here take the first two, so CA by EF is equals to, take the last two, so here this is AB, here if you take the last two, this is FD, and here if you take the first and last, which is CB, and here if you take the first and last, which is ED, which means that if their corresponding angles are equal, automatically their corresponding sides are in proportion. Okay, so this is the broad definition of similarity in terms of triangle. Now we will be using this concept in Pythagoras theorem, how we can prove this part. So let me just use this concept in proving Pythagoras theorem. Okay, Pythagoras theorem. Now Pythagoras theorem, quite simple, that in a right angle triangle, hypotenuse squared is equals to the sum of base square plus perpendicular square, right? Sum because we have already told. So how you can prove using similarity? Let's just use this concept. Suppose if I just draw a right angle triangle, let me just draw a right angle triangle, because this Pythagoras theorem is applicable in right angle triangle. Okay, so let's say this is base and this is our hypotenuse. Excuse me, let me just, yeah. Okay, so let's name it. Let's say this is A, this is B, this is C. So what we have to prove, because this is Pythagoras, we simply need to prove that AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square, right? This thing we have to prove. We are just making a little construction here, provided that this B is 90 degree. Let's draw BD perpendicular to AC. Okay, now we will be using the concept of similarity with angle sense. Now see, this is very important. Suppose if I just assume this angle is theta, okay, if this angle is theta, this is 90 degree, so this will also be 90 degree, linear pair, right? Angle in a straight line, 180 degree. So this is theta, this is 90. So this angle must be 90 degree minus theta, because sum of angle in a triangle is 180. Alright. Similarly, if this is 90 minus theta, this complete angle is 90 degree. This means that this must be theta, so that their sum will be 90. Theta and minus theta cancels out. Similarly, if this is 90, this is theta, right? So what is this angle? This will be simply 90 degree minus theta. Alright. So this becomes 90 minus theta. Now let's try to write the order. If I just take one of the smaller triangles, suppose if I take triangle ABD, right? We are just starting the proof part now. If I just write triangle ABD, so what is the other triangle? What is the other triangle order? So A is theta. I'm just writing in terms of the whole triangle, the bigger triangle. Smaller triangle similar to the bigger triangle. We will be doing this twice. So A is theta. Now you can see if you take the bigger triangle, this A will repeat. So in front of A, you will be writing A. Now what is B? B is 90 degree minus theta, because ABD, you are taking this part. 90 degree minus theta. Here C is 90 degree minus theta, you can see. So in front of B, you will be writing C. Okay. Now D is 90 degree. Here angle B is 90 degree. So in front of D, you will be writing B. One part is done. Just write that order, that corresponding sides part. Okay. So if I take first two, which is AB, here the first two is AC. So AB by AC. Now you can be very choosy at this point of time, because you want square, right? So if you just write AB, search for another AB from where you are getting AB. So you are getting AB from here, taking first and last. So take first and last only. Here you just write AD, and here you just write AB. This will also work. We have skipped one step, right? You can equate it to like BD by CB, but that is not of no use, right? So if you just equate, you will see that AB square is equals to AC into AD, right? This is the first result that you have got. Let's say this is result number 1. Similarly, let's take the another triangle, which is smaller triangle, triangle BCD. Triangle BCD. Now triangle BCD, if you take, now B is theta. In this bigger triangle, angle A is theta. So in front of B, you are writing A. Okay. Now C is 90 minus theta. And because C is coming common, right, in the smaller triangle, in the bigger triangle, so in front of C is, this is C itself. D is 90, B is 90. So in front of D, you are writing B. You are done with AB square. You have got this part. You need BC square. How you will get BC square? Take BC or try to find BC twice. So I am getting one BC from here. I'm just writing BC. The first two, here I am writing AC. Okay. So BC by AC. Try to find another BC. Okay. So you can see this BC is here, second and third. So take second and third. So this is CD for here, and here this is BC. Again, just cross multiply, you will be getting BC square is equals to AC times CD. This is your equation number 2. Now just add this, right? So if you just add, let me just write here, adding 1 and 2. So what you will get? You will simply get AB square plus BC square. So I'm just writing AB square plus BC square, the left hand side. And in here, take the common. So what is the common? Common is AC. So I'm taking AC common. In here, if I take AC, this is AD here. So this is AD plus, and here this is CD. So AB square plus BC square, okay, that is equals to AC. Now what is AD plus CD? AD plus CD, you can see from the picture. This is itself AC. So AC times AC is AC square, and hence your result is proved. So in this way, you will be able to prove Pythagoras theorem using the similarity concept. Now there is one interesting concept I just wanted to show you. See, I believe all of you must be knowing this cosine rule. What is cosine rule? Let me just show what is cosine rule, then I can explain. Using the cosine rule, you can also prove Pythagoras theorem. Suppose if I just take, let's say random as a triangle. Let me just wait. Yeah. Just use a different color. Okay, so suppose if I take this triangle, let's name it. Let's say this is A, this is B, this is C. So this angle is A, right? This angle is B and this angle is C. Okay. Now in opposite of that angle, this is small a, right? This complete side is small a. In front of this is small b. This complete side is small b. In front of C, this complete side is small c. Okay. So what is cosine rule? What cosine rule says that take any angle. Suppose if I take B, so I'm just writing cos B. That's why cosine B. So cos B is equivalent to just see what are the two sides which is surrounding this angle B, which I have chosen. So this is A and C. So you will be writing A square plus C square. Subtract that side which is in front of that particular angle. So in front of angle B, this is B itself. So minus B square divided by 2 times of that two sides which is surrounding that angle, right? So which is A and C. So this is cos B. If you just write in terms of A, so cos A will be simply C square plus B square minus A square divided by 2 times of CB. So this is cosine rule. Now how we are using this cosine rule to prove Pythagoras theorem? Quite simple. See, this is the alternative proof, but very interesting one. That's why I thought I should show you. Suppose this is a right angle triangle. Let me just draw a right angle triangle, just one line proof, provided that you are knowing the value of cos 90, right? So let's say this is A, this is B, this is C, this is 90 degree. What do you have to prove? You simply need to prove, let me just write in here, because you are proving Pythagoras, right? You simply need to prove that AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. Let's just start with the proof part. I'm just writing in terms of B, because we are knowing this angle, this is 90 degree. So I'm just writing cos B is equals to, what are the two sides which is surrounding? So this is AB, so AB square plus BC square minus that opposite side square, so which is AC square divided by 2 times of AB into BC, right? Now what is B? B is 90 degree, cos 90 is 0, so 0 multiplying with this value is gone. What you are left with? You are left with AB square plus BC square minus AC square is equals to 0. Take that AC on the right hand side. So this is simply AB square plus, let me just write it clear, AB square plus BC square, and that is equals to AC square. So hence your result is proved. So in this way you will prove Pythagoras theorem. This is the another way to prove using cosine formula. So I hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you all.